These are the latest pictures we've received from Ukraine's capital. 12 people are reported to have been killed in Kiev. The Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's warned that America's silence and the silence of others in the world only encourages Vladimir Putin. Our correspondent in Kiev, James Waterhouse, says the impact of the overnight strikes are far-reaching.
This was a night where, according to Ukraine's Air Force, you've got more than 360 missiles and drones. That is the highest number yet.
I think the Russians do principally attack military targets. In other wars that have involved missile and bombing campaigns, including the current war that is underway in the Middle East, it seems to me that you civilians have suffered far, far worse. And of course, in earlier wars, the war in Vietnam, other wars in the Middle East, going back to the Second World War, the numbers of civilians who've died in missile and bombing strikes on cities have been immeasurably greater than what we're seeing in Ukraine.
We're in the middle of talking and he's shooting rockets into Kiev and other cities. I don't like it at all.
President, what do you want to do about that?
I'm surprised. I'm very surprised. We'll see what we're going to do. What am I going to tell you? You're the fake news, aren't you? You're totally fake. All right, any other questions? I don't like what Putin is doing, not even a little bit. He's killing people. And something happened to this guy, and I don't like it.
Can I follow up on that? A Russian commander reportedly said that Putin was almost caught in the middle of a drone attack from Ukraine. So do you have any...
I haven't heard that, but maybe that would be a reason. I don't know, but I have not heard that.
Putin, unlike Trump, is not an emotional teenager. He's not going with these outbursts. Oh, he's crazy. He did this for no reason. And then he admits, in response, Trump admits, in response to a question from one of the reporters, well, didn't you hear that Putin, there was an assassination attempt on Putin with Ukrainian drones? And Trump, no, I didn't hear that. Maybe that could be a reason. You think? You think, Donald? I mean, the reality is Trump is being kept in the dark, I think deliberately misinformed by his staff. Either that or he's lying. There's no middle ground here. The bombardment that the Russians started on May 24th, and in the course of the 2 days, 24th, 25th, they did over 548 drones and 83 ballistic missiles that attacked Ukraine. In the previous 7 days, Ukraine launched over 1,400 drones into Moscow. So this was clearly Moscow reacting. And with respect to the charge by the Ukrainians and by Trump stupidly saying so, that he's tired of Russia killing these civilians, out of 548 drones fired, out of 83 ballistic missiles, a grand total of 30 civilians, according to Ukrainian sources, not Russian sources, died. Now, I'm not trying to minimize the death of 30 people, but if Russia fires 548 drones and 83 ballistic missiles, and they only kill, 30 civilians, and their intent was to kill civilians, they're terrible shots. Man, they need to work on their marksmanship. But the fact of the matter, that wasn't the case. The ones who are attacking civilians and civilian targets are the Ukrainians.
Давай.
Our goal is to end this war so more people don't die. We just want people to stop dying. Every day this war goes on, people die, things are destroyed, and lives are ruined. And we want it to stop.
To turn your stomach a little bit, this is a former member of the Knesset and former member of Prime Minister Netanyahu's party, Chris Cutt, number 10.
Every child in Gaza is the enemy. We are at war with the Gazan entity, the Gazan terror entity, which we ourselves established in Gaza, in Oslo, and in the disengagement. The disengagement that Prime Minister Netanyahu voted in favor of, that is the enemy now. Every such child to whom you are now giving milk, in another 15 years will rape your daughters and slaughter your children. We need to conquer Gaza and settle it. And not a single Gazan child should remain there.
Pressure changes everything, pressure. Some people, you squeeze them, they focus. Others fold.